Welcome to the second seed of Metroid Zero Mission Randomizer. As promised, I'm doing this one easy because I don't want to worry about death and all that. I do want to focus this on platforming. I did take a look at the spoiler log to make sure the seed is beatable because there are some odd locations for bombs that can make a seed unbeatable, or bombs or power grip, and it's still a glitch to work out. It's something I experienced where I had a seed where bombs were in Chozadia and power grip was also in Chozadia, but both were in locations that were pretty much made incompatible with each other. Okay. And also power bombs just don't lift you up in the air. So it was basically an impossible seed. So I just wanted to make sure that this was made possible. Okay. So far, it's been a pretty kind seed. It's being a pretty kind seed to me. I got early power bombs. I got thing. I got a pretty easy location for long beam. But unlike the predecessor difficulty, I won't be initially dipping into the room on the right. Mostly because it's not guaranteed to be something I can use to escape from the room, which is either bombs or missiles, or long beam itself. In this case, bombs or missiles. But unlike that, the first order of business is just to get the first few items out of the way, which are just whatever, just Morph Ball, which is always going to be in that location, or the first pack of missiles. Is this even randomized? Let me just see the distribution. So, not too likely to have any major items here, especially not Power Grip, but there is one other one. Maybe, hopefully, some super missiles, because I'm about to get, because usually you get rather overpowered right away for this mode, and I don't need to worry about a secondary drop. I can just get you defeated, get this, and wait for you to drop, take the hit, or two. I took it a little bit. Okay, I took it slightly early, and what do I get? Yes! Let's go. Let me just see what... Okay, Crate has a few major items. So normally what tends to happen is one of the major items ends up one or two of the major items ends up in Chozadia, so it becomes a quest just to get there as fast as possible. But there's one thing about that. If you go to Chozadia as early as possible, and opened up Chozadia, it locked one of the items out of the repertoire. And seeing as I got missiles right now, I'm gonna go do check up here. Particularly because missiles just get this out of being a soft lock. And for one example, if it was bombs, I certainly would go here as well. Just to... Okay. It's missiles. That's normally what it is, but it's not worth getting soft lock. Not worth the soft lock. Right. Not going with the bomb strategy. I said I'm just gonna get out of here. Which is fair, is some scene, but there is a statue which shows me where a major item is. So, in this case, bombs, I'm pretty sure. So I just need to check the statue, or check the boss statues, Parade and Ridley, and have an enemy just to defeat with reduced DPS. Because they simplified the equation. One of the things here they did is they simplified the equations with that. Anyway, let's see where bombs are. roughly in the vanilla location, which is fine. And what else? Thing. I got bombs. I'm gonna get bombs. I'm gonna get a few other items. I got a decent supply of missiles, so I'm doing fairly good. It's just I'm trying to think if I want to go for Kraid or Ridley first. Because right now it's not clear. It's just something I gotta start thinking about. Because with Kraid, I got a few bosses that could take a while, a little bit longer. Or with Ridley, oh, that I used weight. Okay, I'll just use the super missiles then. And I'm going to do the loop strategy, because this is just going through this room a lot more recklessly. Like I said, there's just different ways to go about this. This is just the reckless strategy where I can... a hybrid strategy of recklessness and using up all my super missiles. And I think there's a little bit of a delay on the game registering things. But I don't need to worry about much of that, because I got a crap ton of items that are going to come my way. Most of them expansions like this. I just need the bombs before I can open up quite a few of them. And in fact, just because I've gotten not a whole lot of major items, I think I'm going to do a single dip into Kraid. For now. Till I can be certain where another major item is. There's nothing worse than just doing an early dip into Norfair and getting a really tough series of bomb jumps to get out of there. Because I want to avoid that, and it looks like I am going to avoid that for a time. But I also could check out some locations up there. But again, I want to do that when I have a few more items. Because it's probably just a bunch of expansions. There might be one more major item. Sometimes I can tell when an area has more, but it looks like Kraid is going to hold at least one or two major items for me. Which I'm kind of hoping is close to the entrance. Else I'm going to have to do some more backtracking later. That usually is the name of the game right there, till you get something like Space Jump and Gravity Suit. This full clearing in area becomes a little bit more of a challenge. Anyway, let's make a cut. When I get to this in between areas room, I'll be right back there. There's one check I want to do first. Before then, though. Which is just this. Because I think there's one more major item here. I think. If I count correctly. I'm also quite privy to pick up power bombs as well, so. Anyway. Oh, wait, I don't need to cut, do I? No. Just except for, like, that bit of silent ally. But there's a few checks down here. I'm just glad to get bombs this early, because I want to see where I can get bombs this early. Because it doesn't determine everything, it just determines early game strats. And if it meets the prerequisite goals. Like 100% in this case. Oh, sweet. Second power bomb. Oh, there's just a bunch of power bombs in the seating early on, I guess. Which makes early Trozodia have that much more credence. But it's the other entrance to Trozodia, the one with a bunch of items. So I could just dip in there. In fact, that's really what this seed seems to be hinting. Anyway, I'm gonna cut once I get back to the third power bomb area. Mostly because I just want to get. There we go. Sound cues. Because there's a musical rhythm attribute that you listen to. I don't know how to explain it because I don't know the technical term for it. But there's like a tempo or something with the music where you follow it, and you can just do bomb jumps a lot easier. It helps when you're not talking. That's how I do bombs, at least. Listen for the audio cue. You could do the visual cue, but I like to do the audio cue, which I find easier when I close my eyes. But anyway, one more item check, one more area to go down to. I might make these episodes slightly longer. Alright, right. Let's see, one. Yeah, there's definitely a few more major items there. But I don't yet have the means to fully check all them. Because it's mostly just playing it. It's mostly just trying to make a call that it's probably going to be unfavorable. And, hey, that helps. That means, two more viable locations there. Which could both just be missiles. In fact, that's the prediction I'm going to make. I should probably get... Yeah, there's probably another major item here. And I don't... Trying to think. Would it be better just now? So I'm going to get one more item location check here. Then it might be an Orfair as the call. Because I certainly don't want to go and defeat a boss. Well, that might make that decision that much easier. Right, can you not make this frustrating? I'm just gonna wait till these enemies just pass through. Cause okay, yeah, that's what I am gonna do. Cause I was hoping that I could demonstrate something with Plasma Beam, cause it could have been one of the possibilities, but that's Randomizer for you. Things often don't go super happy. But, hey, at least I got... Oh, wait. Let's just set this up. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna... set this up. There we go. Ice Beam is a decently helpful item. And that's kind of what I'm banking on right now for a few location checks. It's not the best item. It's not one of the more preferred first items to get after bombs and morph ball, but it is a start. Stuff like space jump would open up just a whole bunch more locations, and I do have enough. And I'm gonna make a safety save here, because next time we're gonna go do more exploration. Maybe even defeat the first. No, the second mini boss.